All right.
Hello.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes. And it's a little chilly, but it's not raining.
Not raining yet.
Not raining. Right.
Coming this weekend, so get ready.
Oh my goodness. Yes. We'll talk about that too,
Yep.
right? So then let me start off, if you don't mind. Let's talk about what's going to happen next week.
Okay.
We got a couple of things happening. First is our city council meeting. So agenda is posted. It's going to be another great meeting.
Yep.
Just some things to highlight for everybody is that we will be having a Car Week presentation on there. So definitely stay tuned, come in person or watch via Zoom. We will also on the agenda, there's going to be a second reading of the city's timeshare ordinance. That's in your shop. And then we'll also be discussing and reporting back to council on the strategic workshop to confirm direction.
Yeah, so like they told us they wanted to elevate some items, call some items complete. So we're going to be coming back and get that formal direction from them of what we're doing with those items.
Perfect.
Yep.
And that's from the meeting in January, correct?
The strategic workshop we had at Sunset Center.
Right.
Exactly.
Perfect. And then the other one is the considering removing our proclamation of a local emergency, removing that. So there's some things tied to our local emergency that there will definitely need to be some discussion. I think we were talking about how, for example, the wine tasting outdoors, how to handle those after this emergency proclamation goes away, or even outdoor seating. So maybe you can kind of talk a little bit more about that.
Under the emergency proclamation, we've continued to allow wine tasting outdoor and even on private property. It's not allowed in our code, but under the emergency proclamation, it was. So, if the city council repeals that emergency proclamation, we're going to be looking for some direction on how to handle that. Like, what are the next steps?
Great.
Same thing with, some of the outdoor seating that our restaurants have. Some of them have more seating than what's allowed by their use permit. We allowed that under the emergency proclamation just to try to get people outdoors. So same thing, when that goes away, we need to have some direction from council about, how to treat that. What, do we do sort of like a grace period for let people sort of slowly move back in? Do they want to start talking about making that permanent? So we'll be looking for that policy direction from council. So hopefully folks will come and be part of that conversation.
Great. Thanks, Brandon. And just want to highlight, yesterday we had a wonderful event. It was actually our opportunity to really thank our employees. They do so much day in, day out, and we had our employee appreciation luncheon along with appreciating our boards and commissioners. So it was such a lovely event, and I really need to give a big, great shout out to both Jane Wilson and Lisa Honda in our office who coordinated this beautiful event at Sunset Center. So yes, thank you. It was awesome. Another amazing and wonderful thing that occurred during this luncheon is we had some of our employees volunteer to play during our luncheon, and I'd like to give another shout out to Leah Young in your office. Well, actually it was a community planning building I called Trio, and Christina McGovern in PD, but we had Leah play the mandolin. We had Aaron play the banjo. Brandon played the guitar, and Christina McGovern was our singer, and it was fabulous. It was so nice.
It was fun. We had a good time. I think it's fun to share hidden talent every now and then. So
right. Yeah. So I don't know. We might have to do another surprise where you guys come out and jam and play some songs for us, because that was a good time. That was so much fun.
Probably nothing we could ever sell tickets to, but it wasn't too bad.
And let me see what else we got. Oh, another great thing that I think will be highlighted potentially during council is, guess who planted 20 trees this month?
Was it us?
It was us.
Yay.
Yes. Thank you, Public Works, our Public Works team. A great big shout out. Another great big shout out to them.
And there's more coming. If you look around town, there's those little signs and like tree wells, and you can see the little sign that says, tree coming here. So there's more on the way.
Definitely more on the way. And then I'm just going to wrap up and talking about all these wonderful things from, what's going to happen next week on our council, to talking about the city council's strategic plan and priorities. We do have the upcoming workshop to talk about our CIP and financial forecast on Tuesday, March 14th at 4 p.m. And we really do encourage public participation, feedback. It will be done via hybrid, so you can come in person or you can participate on Zoom. But again, I know we've been hearing on our last meeting on mid-year, things that, our village wants to do. So please participate, and that is on March 14th, and I'll hand it over to you, Brandon.
And for those that don't know, a CIP is the Capital Improvement Program. I mean, it's tied to the budget. It
Correct.
lays out the plan for 5 years of how we're going to spend the city's money to improve the infrastructure, buildings, streets, all that stuff. So it's really an important conversation that hopefully people will come get involved in. I don't have too much more, Max. You did such a good job there. I do want to thank everyone that came out this week for our housing element ad hoc committee workshop.
That was a great
It was really well
discussion.
attended. 60 people between the folks we had in the room and on the Zoom. Like we said in the meeting, this is a process. We're trying to gather feedback right now. Lots more to come, and I know there's a lot of feelings and thoughts and emotions about this because it is a big topic. But all we can say is just keep staying involved and let us know. Please be respectful. Like, that's all we ask is, in these meetings. We want to hear people's opinions, but let's keep it respectful and civil, and we'll get through this thing together. But I do want to thank the 60 people that came and participated. It was really well attended. Next week we have some more meetings. So Planning Commission, regular meeting next week. Forest and Beach Commission has a meeting next week, and it's kind of a big ticket item that a lot of people don't really track along with, but it's going to be the preliminary results of the coastal engineering study, which that sounds super fancy, and it is really hard to do, but basically what it is, it's going to reveal what the health is of the seawalls and the stairs and the revetments and everything that protects our coastline.
Okay.
So this report's been being put together for a while. So the first presentation of that is going to be at the Forest and Beach Commission next week. So come in here and find out what's going on, and what comes out of that is in the coastal the adaptation plan. What are we going to do? How are we going to protect it into the future? So it's a first step in a very long process, but it's going to be really interesting information to hear. And just also interesting, exciting coming out, we have March 15th, a special Planning Commission workshop to discuss the first draft of the wireless ordinance. Again, this is just a workshop. No decisions are being made. It's not even a recommendation to City Council. We're seeking feedback on this ordinance that will at that point have been out for about a month. So come and give some feedback. We're going to make edits to the ordinance package after that based on what we hear from the community and the Planning Commission. And then we'll launch a second draft. Then we'll start going through the process of Planning Commission, City Council. So lots of great stuff coming up. Lots of good work going on all around the city. And kudos and thanks to all the employees. It was a really nice event yesterday. And all this stuff wouldn't get done without the hard work of the employees. Everyone puts in 110% every day. I know that's mathematically impossible. Chip would correct me on that if he was here.
No, I agree with you.
Philosophically,
no, I agree with you.
Philosophically, everybody's putting in 110%.
All the time.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So that's all I got, unless we just want to tell everybody to take good care.
Take good care. And hi, Chip's mom. We forgot to say hi,
hi, Chip's mom. Okay,
So,
take good care.
Take good care.
Bye-bye.